Wouldn't you think that if you pay back some of your debt, that would help your credit? You'd be rewarded for that. But if you, and like in a chapter 13, but in a chapter 7, if you don't pay back any of your debt, you'd think you'd get punished for that. Wouldn't that make sense? I mean, if my kids do their work, they do extra work, I usually give them a reward. You know, paying your debt is doing extra work. My kids just say, I'm just not gonna clean any of the dishes and walk away from the dining room table. That's kind of like a chapter 7, right? You're just kind of walking away and say, but actually, that is exactly what happens. If you do a chapter 7 and you don't pay back any of your debt, it helps your credit more than if you do a chapter 13 and you pay back your debt.
Right.
Why is that? It makes no sense, right? It's not a very good reward system. And the reason is because it isn't a reward system at all. The whole FICO score system isn't for you, and it's not supposed to be a reward system. It's a system that the creditors use to see if they want to lend you money. It's kind of like, I mean, you know your score, but it's their inside system. Hey, should we let them have a car loan or a new credit card? And so when they look at somebody who filed a chapter 7, they know you have no more debt. So that's a good person to lend to. Meanwhile, that person in the chapter 13 who's paying back that money over 3 to 5 years, they have debt. So who do you want to lend money to? Somebody who has no debt that just did a chapter 7, or somebody who's still paying their debt in a chapter 13? So you get rewarded in a chapter 7 by paying less. It's a, kind of a paradox.
It is.
But doesn't mean that you shouldn't ever need a chapter 13.